overthrown. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Just for you tonight. We're divorced, beheaded, live. Welcome to the show, to the history mix. Switching up the flow as we have the remix. Everybody knows that we used to be six to us. Raising up the roots and we hit the ceiling. Get ready for the truth that will be you. Everybody knows that we used to be six to us. Look how we're ex-wives. Tonight we're gonna do ourselves justice, 'cause we're taking you to court. Every to the road has its thorns, and you're gonna hear 'em like cold swords. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Just for you tonight. We're divorced, beheaded, live. Welcome to the show, to the history mix. Switching up the flow as we add the remix. Everybody knows that we used to be six to us. Counting through the night till the break of day. Watch the dawn start again like it's the Renaissance. Everybody knows that we used to be six to us. We're now ex-wives.
My name's Catherine of Aragon. Was married 24 years. I'm a paragon of royalty.
what to call it. History.
So obviously you know who we are.
Please, no portrait.
But give it up for our ladies in waiting.
Maggie on guitar.
On the bass. Give it up, keep it good,
And we've been so sick they'll give you Countess Maria on the front.
So, you came here tonight to party with us old school.
Really?
Really old school.
But we're not here to have fun.
We've got a serious score to settle. Because you see, London, the problem is there's 6 of us, and we know you've all got your favourites.
Yes, everyone always wants to know who's the most important wife.
And they've been arguing about it for centuries.
We've heard it all.
Who lasted the longest was the strongest.
The biggest sinner is always the winner. Who had the son takes number 1.
Who was the most chase chubby in first place?
The most inglorious is victorious.
The winning contestant was the most Protestant. Protestant.
But tonight we're going to answer your questions once and for all.
Tell you what you want, what you really, really want.
That's right. We're here to help you figure out which one of us is
The Queen of the Castle.
the rose among the thorns.
The Thomas Cromwell amongst the royal ministers between 1532 and 1540.
But how the purgatory are they going to choose their leading lady?
Look, hold on. If this is going to be a fair competition, they're going to have to judge us by the one thing we have in common.
The queen to take the crown should be the one who had
The biggest.
The fullest.
Load of BS to deal with from the man who put a ring on it.
So, London, we're gonna hold a little contest for you.
And the rules are simple.
The Queen who was dealt the worst hand.
The queen with the most hardships to withstand
The Queen for whom it didn't really go as planned.
Shall be the one to lead the band.
So what do you think, London? Are you ready to choose your leading lady?
We say, are you ready? To the show, to the coronation, music, the crowd, sensation, everybody knows that we used to be 6 1
But there's only one you need to hear from tonight. London, I'm about to win this competition. Maria, give me a beat. Might be, yeah. So, since the day I arrived in England, let's just say my faith has been tested on more than one occasion. First things first, I was shipped over from Spain on the night of my sweet 16th to marry some prince called Arthur, and I'm like, okay. But then, Arthur died, so naturally I'm in prison for 7 years, really helped with a grieving process, you know, but still I'm like, okay. But thank God they rescued me just in time to marry Prince Henry, my dead husband's brother. Okay, so I'm thinking a little bit weird, but if you've seen him back in the summer of 09, let me tell you, he was. Okay. So 7 years later, we're still trying for an heir, and he's trying really hard, and I'm like, okay. But then he starts coming home late. I was just done with my ministers. But there's lipstick on his ruff, and I'm like, okay. Suddenly he wants to annul our marriage, move some side chick into my palace, and move me into a convent. No. I just don't think I've looked that good in a wimple. So I'm like, no way. You must agree that, baby, in all the time I've been by your side, I've never lost control, no matter how many times I knew you lied. Had my golden rule, gotta keep my cool, girl, baby. You know she's gotta keep it cool, even though you had your fun running around so pretty all day, and even though you had one son with someone who don't know where you hang. No matter what I heard, I didn't say a word, no, baby. You know she never said a word. I put up with your like every single But now it's time to and listen when I say you must be damn crazy. You wanna replace me, baby? There's no way. If you go for a moment, I'll bet you would know it's just all up and no way.
Controversial one that people actually care about.
Oh yeah, you know, the one you've been waiting for.
The one who changed history.
With the plan to steal the man,
And the one who chased the king. I'll pay the price with the swordsman's swing.
she be the one to win.
And believe.
Grew up in the French Court, oui, bonjour, life was a chore, so
She sets out
1922 came straight to the UK. All the British dudes lame.
epic fail.
I wanna dance and sing,
Politics.
not my thing. But then I met the king, and soon my daddy said, you should try and get ahead. He wanted me, obviously, kept messaging me like every day. Couldn't be better than he sent me a letter, and who am I kidding? I was Prince of Monjay. Send over by, just saying hi. You're a nice guy, I'll think about it maybe. XO baby.
He sent him kisses.
I didn't know I would move in with his missus. What's that like?
You're living with his wife.
What was I meant to do? Sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say OL, or go to hell. I'm sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. You're right, babe. Lying in the bed, and the little one said, if you wanna be wed, make up your mind. Her or me, chum, don't wanna be some girl. Yeah, Teresa, are you blind? Don't be bitter, 'cause I'm fitter. Why hasn't it hit her? He doesn't wanna bang you. Somebody hang you.
Don't comment, went viral.
Didn't really mean it, but rumors started.
Wow, man, way to make the country hate you.
Mate, what was I meant to do? Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say OL, or go to hell. I'm sorry, not sorry about what I said. Don't lose your head. Tried to elope, but the Pope said no. Our only hope was
Henry.
not a promotion, caused a commotion, set in motion.
Scene of equals.
So outdated, us two wanted to get X-rated.
Excommunicated.
Everybody chill, it's Toad's God. Hold up, let me tell you how it went down. Henry's out every night on the town, just sleeping around like.
What the hell?
If that's how it's gonna be, maybe I'll flirt with a guy or three just to make him jealous. Harry finds out and he goes mental. He screams and shouts like so judgmental. You don't know which, mate, just shut up. I wouldn't be such a grip if you could get it up.
Is that what you said?
And now he's going around like off with her head. I'm pretty sure he means it.
Is it?
What was I meant to do?
She meant to do.
What was I meant to do?
What was she meant to do? What was I meant to do? What was she meant to do?
Seriously, he actually wants to chop my head off! I mean, I guess he just really like my head.
Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just trying to have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. LOL, say OL, or go to hell. Sorry, not sorry about what I said. Sorry, not sorry about what I said. Sorry, not sorry about what I said.
Lose your head. What a weekend I like doing.
Wait, did you actually die?
Yeah, it was so extra. Anyway, yeah, now I'm off the winner. I think I'm gonna do another solo. So my next song is one I wrote about the moment when I found out that Catherine of Aragon had tragically died. It's called wearing yellow to a funeral in the lights. The gathering was a
When did we decide you were the winner? She wants another time.
Over my dead body.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's my go next.
Quickly!
Yeah, weren't you the one he truly loved? And yeah, did you finally give him the son he so desperately wanted?
Literally, I had a daughter and he chopped my head off. Okay, look, you're right. I was lucky. I was really lucky. I was in love. I just had a beautiful baby. Henry was happy because thank God it wasn't Edward and not Edward, you know. I was so excited. Here's his first words, his first steps. For not getting a good night's sleep for 3 years. But I never got to see any of that. You know, people say Henry was stone-hearted, uncaring, and I'm not sure that he was.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, there was this one really cute time where I had a daughter and he chopped my head off.
Okay, I know his times with the queens before me were hard, but they were also full of fire. He raged and stormed at them, and because they were both absolute badass monarchs, they raged and stormed right back. But I didn't do any of that. Instead, I stood by him like I was made of stone. I stood firm. No matter his flaws, his tempers, no matter my doubts or fears, I stayed there by his side. And that's not because I was scared or naive or weak. It's because I loved him. So, Henry, you've got a good heart, but I know it changes. A restless tide, untamable. You came my way, and I knew a storm could come too. You lift me high, let me fall. But I took your hand and promised I'd withstand. And in place you blew my way. 'Cause something inside it solidified, and I knew I'd always stay. grow. I'll never see him grow, but I hope my son will know he'll never be alone. 'Cause like a river runs dry and leaves its scars behind, I'll be by your side. 'Cause my love is set in stone.
The fires burn, the winds has blown, the waters dry.
You'll still find snow. Ooh, yeah, yeah. My heart of stone. Come break me, come break me slow. Come break me, Because what hurts more than a broken heart? A severed head.
Now, seeing as Henry was running out of women to marry in England, he had to look a little further afield. He had to adjust his location settings, if you will. To find his next queen, we're heading to Germany. Where he enlisted the help of the legendary painter, Hans Welcome to the house! To the house of Holbein! Hans Holbein goes around the globe,
Painting the Earl of the beautiful girl from Spain to France.
and Germany.
The king chose his fun, and let's fun for the money. You bring the corsets, you bring the cinches.
North upon the wrist over 9 inches.
So hot as a big sometimes let poison.
At least your complexion will bring all the boys in. Ignore the fear and you'll be fine. We'll turn this fear into a nine. So just say yeah and don't say nine. It's not it's a house of Holbein, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We must make sure the princesses look great. When their time comes for a Holbein portrait.
We know what all the best inventions are to hold everything up.
Yeah, it's wunderbar. From the hairs and you just add a magical ingredient from your bladder. Tries his heels so high it's a naughty. But we cannot guarantee that she'll still walk at 40.
Ignore the fear and you'll be fine. We'll turn this fear into a nine. So just say yeah and
I think you can, Lisa.
No! Well, never mind, she has already made a match with the Duke of Milan anyhow.
Okay, next!
Liars! May we present Amalia of Cleves.
Just a German girl trying to live the English dream. Hashtag no castle links, hashtag big darling. No? Okay, alles klar.
Who's next? Aber was denn schon dabei?
Thank you.
Your Highness, Your Highness, Your Highness, we are in to present to you Anna of Cleves, the most beautiful woman in the whole of the Holy Roman Empire.
And let me assure you, her whole life has certainly done her justice.
Ah, so good! And I think we can say with some certainty you will be happily married for many years to come.
Oh, I can see it now. Henry VIII and his famous 4 wives.
Oh, no need to thank us. The pleasure has been ours.
It's a house of her life.
Well, I guess you already know what happened next. How I came to England hopeful, summoned after the king saw my portrait, and how I, with my meagre looks, the way they are, didn't live up to his expectations. I mean, it's the usual story, isn't it? The savvy, educated young princess, deemed repulsive by the wheezing, wrinkled, ulcer-riddled man 24 years her senior. Rejection! Rejection from a king! How did anyone overcome a fate as devastating as being forced to move into a resplendent palace in Richmond with more money than I could ever spend in a lifetime, and not a single man around to tell me what to do with it? I mean, seriously, just tragic! Sitting here all alone on the throne in a palace that I happen to own. Keep some pheasant, keep it on the bone. Fill my goblets up to the rim, sipping on mead, and I stay on my dress with the gold lace trim. Looks very prim and proper, can't make me stop. I wanna go hunting any takers. I'm not fakers, I've got acres and acres, paid for with my own riches. Where my hands out, release the peaches. Worth every day, back for a round of cocaine, cause I'm a player. And tomorrow, I'll hit replay. You said that I tricked ya, cause I didn't look like my profile picture. Too bad I don't agree. I'm gonna hang it up for everyone to see, and you can't stop me, cause I'm the queen of the castle. Get down, you dirty rascal. Get down, you dirty rascal. Get down. Cause I'm the queen of the castle. You right, babe? Listen, you could get bored. I'll go to court. Pull up outside in my carriage, don't got no marriage, so I have a little flirt with the footman as he takes my fur. As you were, making my way to the dance floor. Some boys make an advance, I ignore them, cause my jam comes on the loot. Looking cute, but it's good. All eyes on me.
No criticism.
I look more bright than the feminism. That's so hard that I'm causing a sensation. rich. You said that I tricked ya. 'Cause I didn't look like my profile picture. Too bad I don't agree. So I'm gonna hang it up for everyone to see. And you can't stop me, 'cause I'm the queen of the castle. Get down, you dirty rascal. Get down. But check my prenup and no figure. Gents, symbolic of my faith to the higher power in the first lane. My horses can trot up to 12 miles an hour. Let me explain. I'm a Venus schnitzel, not an English flower. No one tells me I need a rich man to wear my bag around. You said that I tricked ya. 'Cause I didn't look like my profile picture. Too bad I don't agree. So I'm gonna hang it up for everyone to see. And you can't stop me, 'cause I'm the queen of the castle. Get down, you dirty rascal. Get down. Hey, come on, my castle dance. Get down. Sit up, get down. Get down. 'Cause I'm the queen of the castle. It was really heartbreaking.
That doesn't sound difficult at all.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I probably won't be then. Oh well. Back to the party!
One horse out of the race. Let's take a moment to check back in with the competition. So who's still in the running? Will it be the devoted wife, the divorcee, or one who actually had problems still? Problems? My son had to deal with the loss of his mother. Well, yeah, kind of like how my body had to deal with the loss of its head.
Please, come on now. Can't you see what's happening? Comparing your losses isn't going to change the fact that I've already won. I mean, I was literally shipped over from a foreign country, not knowing a word of English, to marry some random dude.
Oh my god, same!
But then, when Henry decided he had had enough of me, he didn't even have the decency to say goodbye.
Same, yeah, same. Nice neck, by the way.
Okay, all right, how about this? When my one and only child had a raging fever, Henry didn't let me, her mother, see,
Boo!
Baby Mary had the chicken pox and you were there to hold out. You know it's funny? Because when I needed to hold my newborn son, I died!
Guys, I have the plague! Lol, just kidding, my life's amazing! I think it's time we heard from our next queen, Kay Helen!
Wait, who is that again?
Oh, I think she's the least relevant Catherine.
Oh, yeah, now I still don't care.
Yeah, speaking of funny, good luck trying to compete with us, honey.
You're right. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get. Your lives sounded terrible. And your songs. You have to convey that. Well, I mean, Catherine. Almost moving into a nunnery and then not. That almost could have been really hard for you. And Anne, getting your head chopped off. I mean, surely that means you're in the competition. And listen, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded. Never mind. Jane. Dying of natural causes. When will justice be served?
honestly, all jokes aside, being rejected for your looks legit sounds really rough. I wouldn't know anything about that.
Look at me! I'm really fit. So yeah, I can't even begin to think how I'd compete with you all. I rate like this. I think we can all agree I'm the 10 amongst these threes. And ever since I was a child, I make the boys go wild. Take my first music teacher, Henry Mannix. I was young, it's true, but even then I knew the only thing you want to do is broad, dark, sexy Mannix. Taught me all about dynamics. He was 23 and I was 13, going on 30. We spent hours strumming the lute, striking the chords and blowing the flute. He plucked my strings all the way to G, went from major to minor, C to D. Tell me what you need, what you want, you don't need to plead. 'Cause I feel the chemistry. I get you and you get me, and maybe this is it. He just cares so much, it feels legit. We have a connection. I'm sure this guy is different. 'Cause all you wanna do, baby, is touch me, love me, can't get enough. See, all you wanna do, baby, is please me, squeeze me, put a tap of me. Running fingers through my head, tell me I'm the fairest of the fair. Playtime's over. The only thing you want to do is. So, then there was another guy, Francis. And at the time, I was living at my step-grandma's house. He was working for her, working so hard. So he asked me to be his little piece of assistance. Serious, stern and slow, gets what he wants and won't take no. Passion in all that he touches. The sexy secretary to the dowager duchess. Helped him in his office, had a duty to fulfill. He even let me use his favourite quill. Spilled ink all over the parchment. My wrist was so tight. Still I came back the next day as he required. You say I'm all you need, all you want, you don't need to plead. 'Cause I feel the chemistry, like I get you and you get me, and I know this is it. He just cares so much, this one's legit. We have a real connection. I'm sure this time he's different. 'Cause all you wanna do, baby, is touch me, love me, can't get enough. All you wanna do, baby, is please me, squeeze me, put a tap of me. Can't wait a second more to get my corset on the floor. Playtime's over. The only thing you wanna do is. So, that didn't work out. Turns out some guys just employ women to get them in their private chambers. Oh, different time back then. So, I decided to have a break from boys just to focus on my career. Then my dad got me this amazing work placement in court, and you will never guess who I met. Tall, large, Henry VIII, supreme head of the Church of England. Overly vivid, although you wouldn't know it from the look of that bit. Maybe a lady in waiting, held me and my family up in the world, gave me duties in court, and he swears it's true that without me he doesn't know what he'd do. You say I'm all you need, all you want, we both agree. This is the place for
I thought this time was different. Why did I think he'd be different? But it's never, ever different. 'Cause all you wanna do, baby, is touch me. When will enough be enough for me? All you wanna do, baby, is squeeze me. Don't care if you don't please me. Bite my lip and pull my hair as you tell me I'm the best of the best. Playtime's over. Playtime's over. Playtime's over. The funny thing you ought to do is and then I was beheaded. I know. So I guess seeing as now I've won the competition, all I want to do is take this opportunity to thank all the powerful men that have got me to where I am today. Oh, I couldn't have done it without you. London, thank you. Good night. You have been amazing.
Fine. You had it bad, but that was not the most heart-wrenching song we've heard this evening.
You're not listening to my song. There were 4 choruses. That's how much I had to deal with.
Sorry, you're so true. I mean, when you died, your son did have to grow up without a mother. Oh, wait. No, that was me, and now we take when you died.
Whoa, Jane, chill out. It is not her fault that no one remembers her bland and eventful life. Wait, honestly, let's get in between us just because my beheading was the result of years of actual trauma and humiliation. Oh, man! You seriously want to talk about humiliation? Well, when I was Queen, Henry had not 1, not 2, but 3 historically confirmed mistresses. Oh my God, mistresses! Get over it! When I was Queen, I had not 1, not 2, but 3 miscarriages. Okay, well, you know what, Anne Palooza? I had 5 miscarriages, yeah.
Let's move along, shall we? Come on, Queen. Catherine, it's your turn. Take it away. You know what? I'm good. Yeah, I can't keep doing this. So. Sorry, fam. I don't know. It's like, well, hey, sorry. Can we turn off the? It's just while we're here in front of all these people, we look. Oh, let's see who gets the biggest cheer, trauma or abuse. Woo! Should we really be doing that?
I mean, we've literally been doing that for the last hour.
I know, but like, miscarriages, do you think that's the It's got a conscience all of a sudden.
Oh, I'm Catherine Parr and I draw the line in arbitrary places. Blah, blah, blah.
You know what, Queen? She just knows she's not going to win.
Yeah, so she's trying to make us look stupid instead of playing by the rules like everyone
Okay, you know what? If it's a sob story you want, I'll give you one.
you sure, Catherine? We don't mind if you want to sit this one out. You must be exhausted from all those backing vocals.
You're right, it's only fair I should sing a song. Go on, Queens, take a seat. Go on. Hi, everyone. Hi. Sorry, do you mind if we try something a little bit different tonight? Hi, sorry, can I get that lovely light back, please? Thank you. And, Joan, could you give me a cheeky little B flat major 7? Perfect. So, just for a bit of context, I've actually had my fair share of marriages, something Henry and I have in common, yes. Though, unlike him, I did manage to get through them without decapitating anyone. I know, gold stuff for Kathy Parr. But you see, the thing is, they all have this really annoying habit of passing away. And so, as well as dealing with, incapacitating grief, I also had to keep finding new husbands to avoid being ostracized. Yeah, tudor womanhood, would recommend. And then, one day, finally, I meet this guy. Thomas. He seemed like he might stick around for a while, and well, you guessed it, he turned out to be the love of my life. I know, right? We had this plan to get married, actually. But that's when Henry showed up. Single and ready to make an unsuspecting woman his wife. Just the way. So that was that. I had to write a letter to Thomas, ending things. Dear Tom, you know I love you, boy, in every single way, though I love you, boy, I'll miss you every day. Oh, I love you, boy, I wish that I could stay with you and keep the life I made with you. And even though this feels so right, I'm holding back the tears tonight. It's true, I'll never be over you. 'Cause I have built a future in my mind with you. And now the hope is gone, there's nothing left for me to do. You know it isn't true, but I must say to you that I don't need your love. No, no. I don't need your love. No, no. It'll never be better than it was, no, no. I don't need your love, no, no. I've got no choice. With a king I stayed alive, never had a choice. I've been alive twice before, just to survive. I don't have a choice. If Henry says it's you, then it's you. No matter how I feel, it's what I have to do. But if somehow I had that choice, now holding back, I raise my voice and say, Henry, it's true. I'll never belong to you. 'Cause I have to enjoy till there's something new. And if I'm gonna give up my boy, my work, my dreams to care for you, darling, get a clue. There's nothing you can do. I don't need your love. No, no. I don't need your love. No, no. There's nothing left to discover. I can't say that. Not to the king. So this is goodbye. All my love, Catherine. So I sent that letter to my love, got married to the king, the one who survived. I have told you about my life, I'll find a wife. But why should that story be the one that I have to sing about just to win? I'm out. That's not my story. It's not my story. Now I'm a writer. I wrote books and songs and meditations for female education. To all my women could independently start expression. I even got a woman to paint my picture. Why can't I tell that story? 'Cause in his story I fit as what else is around here. I disappear. We all disappear.
Wait, I don't get it.
Okay, look. Why does anyone know who we are?
Six finger. Put it away, babe.
No, okay, let me put it a different way. Who was Henry VII's wife?
But I don't know.
And who was Henry VI's wife?
I don't know.
And who was Henry V's wife?
We don't know. Catherine de Valois. I mean, we don't know.
The point is, the only reason that any of these people are here tonight is because, well, once upon a time.
The same guy fell in love with us.
Right.
Isn't there a bigger problem here?
The dissolution of the monasteries.
No. I'm talking about us. Because as soon as we get together as a group,
Everyone know Mrs. Jane can't dance, yes.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. We compare ourselves.
Oh.
And when we're the six wives of Henry VIII, we each become just that.
One of his wives.
One of.
Six.
OMG, I get it. Since the only thing we have in common is our husband, grouping us as an inherently comparative act, and as such necessarily elevates a historical approach ingrained in patriarchal structures. Yeah, I read.
So, basically, we're stuck.
Well, what a waste of time.
Well, I guess there's not much we can do about it now.
I wish that, like, before we spent the entire show repeating, we'd have realised it had turned out to be such a mess.
Because if we had realised, then we could have just done something else, like a fake competition. Show everyone how messed up comparing us all is.
Oh, yeah. And then we could have thought of some really cool way to, like, I don't know, reclaim our stories and, like, all become the leading ladies.
Oh, and we could have done that as a song. Oh, do you know what? That would have really tied things together so neatly.
If only we thought of that before. This is the remix!
Thought we had no choice, but now it's us alone, so we got no choice.
No, we got no choice.
Taking back the microphone.
I raise my voice.
We always said we need your love, but it's time for us to rise up. It's not what went down in history.
for being married to the same man.
But why does anyone give a who he is?
His continental campaigning, his religious reforms.
Well, actually, it's not the time, Catherine.
Or do you think it might be, I don't know, because of his sex life?
London, what do you think? Are you ready for a royal happy ever after? What's on?
We wish we could tell you our lives had happy endings.
But in reality, they didn't.
And there's nothing we can do to change that.
Ever.
Oh wait! This is our show and we can literally have whatever ending we like.
So London, seeing as there's 5 minutes left of the show,
We've decided to give you our own
Slightly edited version.
of what actually went down all those years ago.
Because after all, we're one of a kind.
no category.
Too many years.
Lost in his story.
We're free to take our crowning glory for 5 more minutes.
We're 6.
And now I'm writing lyrics for Shakespeare.